Loud logos are not really about luxury. They are about recognition. They are designed to make sure strangers know what brand you bought before they know anything else about you. That is why so many wealthy people avoid them. Not because they hate brands, not because they cannot afford them, but because loud logos turn clothing into an announcement. And at a certain level of wealth, announcements start to feel cheap. The richest people in the room are often not trying to explain their status to people who were never invited into their world. To most people, a giant logo feels like proof. It says, "This was expensive." It says, "I can afford this." It says, "Notice me." But that is also the weakness. Because if the product has to announce its value, the person wearing it starts looking like they need the announcement too. Quiet wealth works differently. It uses signals that are harder to read. Better fabric, cleaner cuts, limited pieces, smaller details, brands that are known by insiders, not shouted at everyone. The point is not to be invisible. The point is to be recognized by the right people. A loud logo speaks to the crowd. A quiet signal speaks to the circle. That is why logo-heavy fashion often becomes popular with people trying to enter status, while logo-free fashion becomes popular with people trying to protect it. The logo is not just decoration. It is a social message. It tells people how badly you want them to notice the price. And for people who already have status, needing to be noticed can make you look less powerful, not more powerful. This is why many luxury brands have two different worlds: the loud public world and the quiet private world. The loud world sells obvious symbols, big prints, famous patterns, recognizable bags, items that make the buyer feel seen immediately. The quiet world sells restraint, neutral colors, rare materials, better tailoring, pieces that look simple until someone who knows quality looks closer. That second world is where a lot of real status lives, because the signal is not designed for everyone. It is designed for people who understand the code. This is why a plain sweater can sometimes say more than a jacket covered in logos. One is trying to be understood by the crowd. The other is being recognized by a smaller circle. The rich also understand that loud logos can attract the wrong kind of attention. They can make you easier to judge, easier to copy, easier to target, and easier to reduce to what you bought. When your clothes become a billboard, people stop reading you and start reading the brand. That might feel good when you are chasing recognition, but it can feel limiting when you already have power. That is why the most expensive outfit in the room may look almost boring. No giant logo, no screaming pattern, no obvious flex, just fit, fabric, proportion, and confidence. Because true status is often quiet. It does not need to interrupt the room. It changes how the room responds without begging for attention. The deeper you go into wealth, the more luxury becomes about control. Controlling who notices, controlling what they notice, controlling how much of yourself you reveal. A loud logo gives too much away too quickly. It tells everyone what you want them to think. A quiet outfit leaves more mystery, and mystery creates power. That is the hidden psychology behind why the rich avoid loud logos. They are not avoiding luxury. They are avoiding the need to prove it. Because at a certain level, the flex is not wearing the biggest name in the room. The flex is not needing the name to speak for you. The crowd notices logos, the wealthy notice signals, and the people with real power usually prefer the signal over the shout.